everybody, I'm Lizzie and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm really excited about this video because it is my first official collaboration. I've recently joined the booktube community, as you probably would have gathered by now, and so far everybody I've met and spoken to have been so lovely and so welcoming. I'm having a really nice time and really enjoying talking to everybody, and one of the first people that I spoke to was a girl by the name of Sarai. Her channel is Sarai Talks Books, and she is such a lovely girl. Her videos are really great, got some really good choices of books. So we've decided today to do a prettiest cover tag. So I'm going to show her my prettiest covers and she's going to show me hers. I'm really looking forward to see what she has because she's already got, I know she has a vast collection of books, so she's probably got some awesome covers. I like these tags because it shows everybody's individual style, because obviously there's a lot in the whole don't judge a book by its cover thing, but I do find that I'm drawn to particular covers because of their style. The first book I've picked is the Isabelle Journal by Isabelle Harrop. This is such a cute book. I love the cover so much, mainly because I've got a little thing for illustration. A couple of my best friends are really great illustrators, and seeing their style evolve over time was one of my I love it. They're both so talented. So anybody who can draw, I have a major thing for, just because, well, I look at them and I'm like, oh, I want to do those. But I do love this cover. I love the colour gradient, sort of blue to red. I love the little illustrated person on the front, which I believe is a little bit of a self-portrait. I also like the back. It's just like a collage of stuff, receipts, post-it notes, and if you flick through the whole book itself, it's filled with, oh, it's just like somebody's notebook you've picked up. It's described as a snapshot of contemporary teenage life, and I really do think it lives up to that, because when I think back to my journals in teenage year, it pretty much looked like this, only a lot less artistic. A lot of scribbles in, mind you. So that's cover number one. So it's gratuitous close-up time. This is the Isabelle Journal, as I've just discussed. Isabelle Harrop. You can see the, sorry about my camera shadow, the lovely illustrations here, beautiful fonts. And I'll just show you a quick flick through. But this is basically a snapshot of teenage life. Definitely recommend picking this up just for those moments of random thoughts and inspiration. So the next book I'm going to pick is Ava Dellaira's Love Letters to the Dead. I have a bit of a thing for fonts and typeface and typography. The way that the girl sits on the letters, I just love it. And it feels really smooth, except the letters are slightly raised. I love the sky in the background. You know, it sort of repeats it on the spine as well. And she's repeated on the back. It's very dark and mysterious, and the book itself, if you've not read, is really stunning. Basically, it's about a girl who starts for an English project. She's told to write to somebody that has passed away, but she can't really do it, so she doesn't know if she's doing it right, but she ends up writing to Kurt Cobain, lead singer of Nirvana, but then over time she starts writing to lots of other famous dead people. It's really, I won't spoil it, it's really worth reading. Next on the old close-ups are Love Letters to the Dead by Ava Dellaira, or if you look closely, I don't know, well, I guess I can't show you, but this is all raised lettering. I think there's just something really magical and mysterious about this cover. My next cover, and this might be a bit controversial because I think on the surface it's not pretty, but to me it is. It's Not That Kind of Girl by Lena Dunham. Again, I love this raised sort of font, smooth background. It's really simple, black and pink. I like the back as well. It's just, I don't know, it reminds me of like what a book, if you're going to write a book, if you sort of get to the stage in your life where you get a book published, this is the kind of cover I sort of foresee. I love the inside as well because it's got this lovely pattern. It's just a really nicely put together book, and there's little illustrations throughout as well. So I'm really looking forward to reading this, and I really do like the cover. Simple yet effective. I think that sometimes is the best way to go. So this is Not That Kind of Girl by Lena Dunham. Again, I love this font and the way that the colouring is, and just this simple black and pink raised lettering. If you look inside, you've got this lovely printed pattern, and then crazy fonts and illustrations that sort of go all the way throughout. The next one coming up is my favourite. This was actually, the reason I got this book was because of the cover. I hadn't really heard anything about it, and I saw this cover and I was like, shouldn't judge a book by cover at all. I know. Such amazing colours, the lovely daisies. I don't know if you've read The Husband's Secret, it's by the same author, Liane Moriarty. The Husband's Secret cover is sort of similar. There's something about these daisies and the raised little eyes. It's just really intriguing, and, you know, again, font I really like, and it repeats down the spine. I think this definitely takes my award for prettiest cover. The colours and the daisies and the font, it's just so simple, but at the same time, it's very ominous, very intriguing, very questions are raised because of this cover, I feel. And lastly, I've only stuck to 5 because I think that that's probably enough for this video. I got this book a couple of years ago now. It is The Complete Fairy Tales of the Brothers Grimm. I always wanted a copy of this book because I realised I hadn't actually sat down and read the fairy tales, how they were originally written. I mean, this is a translation. I love this cover for many reasons. One, the colours. What I think I love most of all is how you've got this incredible romantic scene with the soldier, well, the prince, I guess, and a princess or a damsel in distress with all these lovely flowers around. But actually surrounding it is these barbed, thorny vines, which just says everything about what's in a fairy tale. I think it's just such a lovely looking cover, and the font I really like. It repeats it down the side with this illustration. Hefty book, but the fairy tales, half of them I didn't even know existed, and some of them are so weird. I really recommend, if you've not ever sat down and read the Brothers Grimm, even if you get the book and just flick in and dip in whenever you feel like it for the odd couple of stories, it's worth having. I'm really glad it's part of my collection, and I really am happy that I have this cover because it's just such a pretty cover, and the illustrations on the inside as well. And then lastly, this is The Complete Fairy Tales of the Brothers Grimm, and such a pretty cover that's both beautiful and terrifying at the same time, with the barbed thorns around the enchanted couple. And then if you just flick through the book, you can see the occasional illustration that are littered all the way through. Oh, and I have one little cheat thing to add. I have a major obsession with notebooks. Major obsession with notebooks. And I have hundreds. And usually the reason I buy a notebook is because I've fallen in love with the cover. So I'm going to show you just a couple of those. And if you like the idea of seeing my notebook haul, I've got so many unfinished notebooks you wouldn't believe. Let me know in the comments below and I will be sure to share a little video on how many ridiculous notebooks that I have. So we start with my journal for 2015. I love this colour. I bought an orange satchel that's pretty much the same colour, and then I saw this notebook and I actually got it in TK Maxx. TK Maxx is really good for notebooks because there's all sorts of weird and wonderful things in there. I really love the sort of silver design on the front. It's got bells on the side as well. I don't know if you can hear them. Then, oh, I got this in Liberties last year. I wanted it for so long. It's the Christian Lacroix notebook, and oh God, I love it. This is all velvet. Obviously some kind of scene or old-fashioned scene in the background, but this is a strange velvet overlay. So it feels really lovely. And then as you can see on the inside, the opening pages are all this stripy floral thing. Then you've got another page where you put your name in. Lastly, because I'm not going to bore you all day with my 100 notebooks, this is probably my most ridiculous one I have. It's A4, it's a book of notes, and there's a little quote: "To produce a mighty book, you must choose a mighty theme." And that's by Herman Melville. It's just because it's so pretty, I was like, I have to have it. I'm a bit of a magpie, I like shiny things. Hence the shiny pages down the side. When you open the book, the notebook, you've got this garish, kind of garish, but I guess it works with the book, pink marbled paper, but then it's all plain. So you can do whatever you want in here. Don't even get me going to Paper Chase because I come out with arms bedraggled down with bags of notebooks. Thanks so much for watching my video. Do check out Sarai Talks Books and her channel. She is a really great YouTuber. I'm really happy that I got to do my first collaboration with her, and I believe I'm her first as well, so that's certainly great. There's something really awesome about making friends on the other side of the world and connecting through a shared passion like books. I'm really happy to have met her and become friends, so definitely check out her video. I'll link it in the description below. And I just want to say thank you because I made 100 subscribers this week, and that really made me very happy. I'll see you next time. Happy reading! Bye!